Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Would you like even more content? Here's my Patreon. Now onto the stories. Case file number 999, written by UrameshiYuusuke. I predicted a mysterious figure would give me Spiderman. One evening last October, I was looking up Spiderman figures to buy, and I found a really cool one with movable fingers and toes, and I really wanted to buy that figure. But since it was an older one, it was extremely expensive. That night, I had a dream where I was at school, and some dude that I had never even seen before walks into my classroom and gives me the figure for free. The next day, I was at school and I was on my spare period, and suddenly, this teacher that I had never seen before comes into the classroom. He starts pulling out a few toys out of his bag, thinking he can donate them to the local preschool. My school is partnered with the preschool. One of those toys just so happened to be that one specific Spider-Man figure, complete with movable fingers and toes, and he gave it to me for free. I was really happy, but at the same time, really freaked out since I had a dream the night before where a dude I had never seen before walks into my classroom and gives me the figure. After that, I never saw that teacher again. However, I still have that figure on my shelf. Case notes are file 999. I predicted a mysterious figure would give me Spider-Man. Yeah, this would be classic foresight from the dream realm. I think especially when we're dreaming, we're more attuned to the entire universe and all of its information. Any external stimuli that may exist that we're not aware of when we're in our conscious state is there for the plucking when we're dreaming. Most people can't access it, even when dreaming. But I think especially when you're younger, your brain is more open to the possibility of using that information. You're not closed off to it yet. So in essence, I don't think the man was supernatural in any way. I think it was just an ordinary, good Samaritan, charitable man, and you simply downloaded the information of the coming day, what he would do. It's kind of cool that you were thinking about receiving this gift and it just happened so quickly after. But I think that's just a coincidence. I think the fact that you downloaded the information is the glitch part. Sort of glitch, you could say. Case file number 1000, written by emilyyancey. When the Postmaster delivers a 1000th glitch. Hello, people. I've been quietly biding my time, waiting for my glitch. Everything I'm about to describe came to light about 30 minutes ago at the time of posting this, when I, 49 female, drove to my parents, 75 female and 78 male, home to check on my dad. He was in the ER with chest pains earlier today and had been discharged. On to the glitch. My parents do not use forums and do not know about glitches in the Matrix. After the dust settled on, I said, "Is that okay?" My mom presented me with an envelope that was in her mailbox this week, with my writing on it. No debate, this is my writing and exactly how I would address a card to my parents, front and back, including Shirley Temple stamps for my mom. Glitch number 1. Postmark is from July 2016, Los Angeles. That tracks with where I lived in July 2016, but how did it take 6.5 years to get to my parents' mailbox? Reasonable answers. The card was stuck in a postal bin or inside my parents' mailbox for 6.5 years. Okay, then riddle me this part. Glitch 2. Yes, it's my handwriting on the envelope, but the card inside is a card I've never seen, and based on the pop culture references on the card, is not a card I would send, and the message inside the card is my aunt's handwriting with her signature. Yes, the card that's been in transit for 6.5 years is from my mom's sister and addressed and sent by me. Reasonable explanation. My uncle, aunt's husband, my mom's brother-in-law, and my favorite uncle could have handed it off to me for mailing when he passed through LA. This explanation isn't totally wild because he travels a lot and we always find a diner together, whatever locale he's passing through. However, I have zero recollection of us getting together during my 7 years in LA. Nor any sort of card handoff, nor any prior card handoff that seems like this. Plus, why would my aunt in Georgia give her husband a card to give to me in California to mail to my mom in Virginia? So how did my mom receive a 6.5-year-old card mailed in my writing, but from her sister, on a day when my dad was in the hospital for a near-death experience. Also, just noticed the happy birthday moo makes no sense. My mom's birthday is in November. Postmarks are July 2016, so this birthday wish is 8 months late? Case notes are file 1000. When the Postmaster delivers a 1000th glitch. Well, look at that. We hit 1,000 glitches. On the channel, anyways. I narrated a few before I officially started to number them, but still. Awesome. Woohoo! Onward to 10,000 now. So, I have heard of stories where people receive mail extremely late, and I would imagine that there is some glitch in the system in terms of however they organize mail, and it would depend on your local post office as well. So that could happen, that it's just a very delayed piece of mail. But I have to say, it's a weird business model. I mean, imagine ordering McDonald's and receiving it 7 years later. I think you'd be a bit irate. But yeah, what are the odds that this would happen on the day your father was discharged from the ER from some health scare? And then also, the fact that it's in your handwriting, you don't remember ever sending it, and it wasn't even addressed properly because it was wishing your mom a happy birthday when it's 8 months late, or I guess 4 months early, however you want to think of it. I don't know, unless it's literally a piece of mail from a different universe that somehow wound up here, and then in that universe you have a different birthday too, but that's a very massive difference, so I don't know. Honestly, outside of some weird prank, I got nothing. What a trippy glitch. And it's kinda cool, kinda fitting for the 1000th glitch to be stumped. Yay! Sometimes it's fun when you don't know the answer. Case file number 1001, written by Webborn2622. When a delicious brew spills itself. Me and some friends went to watch a concert at our university. As we can be expelled for drinking on school property, none of us had anything to drink. After the concert, we went to the local student bar. A friend of mine got a round of beer for everyone. This girl in my group, we'll call her Anna, got a glass of beer, but put it in the middle of the table and didn't touch it as she was occupied with a conversation. No one touched the glass, but all of a sudden it spilled all over Anna. It didn't fall and spill, it spilled upwards as if it had been put down too hard, but it had been untouched on the table for at least 5 minutes. Everyone was surprised and confused. We all agreed that no one had touched the glass and that it had been done on its own. No one had had more than a sip of beer, and there were 3 people who didn't drink due to religious reasons. We were all equally confused. A bar worker came over and asked Anna what happened, and she said, "I have no idea." The rest of us also said we didn't understand what had happened. Someone literally said the words, "a glitch in the matrix," in response to the event. Case notes are file 1001, when a delicious brew spills itself. I see 2 possibilities here. The first is that the universe is losing cohesion, which there are plenty of signs to that, like the black dots and objects disappearing and reappearing all the time. It seems like the universe is taking physics as a mere suggestion now and not a immutable law of itself. It's also possible that a spirit was involved. Prankster, I guess. It's not very funny, I guess a bit. Maybe in the chaotic neutral kind of fun, just for itself, the spirit. Kinda giving me Hogwarts Peeves vibes. Gotta step up your pranks there, buddy. Bonus file, written by Becca Penny. My husband came home without coming home. I was working at home, and my husband had gone into his office. I worked later than usual, and when I heard him arrive home, as I was about to finish, I didn't go down to greet him. I thought it was a bit odd he didn't call up to me, but figured he realized I was still working, so didn't want to disturb me. When I finished working about 20 minutes later and went downstairs, he wasn't there, so I assumed he must have popped back out for something. When he arrived back, I apologized for not coming down the first time. He looked confused and said he'd only just got back because he'd been held up. I, clear as day, heard the front door open and close and him dump his stuff down. I remember being pleased he'd remembered his keys because he usually forgets. Then, this evening, at around the same time, my motion-activated light-up cat ball went off twice with no one anywhere near it. I am a huge skeptic, but it's been an odd 2 days. Case notes for the bonus file. My husband came home without coming home. So I would say this could just be classic astral projection. Your husband projected his spirit all the way into the home without being there, maybe because his mind was so thinking, yeah, I really want to be home, but I'm stuck at work. That's possible. could have just been thinking of you and missing you, his wife, and wanting to be home with you. The other possibility, though, because you mentioned the monitor system that picked something up twice that wasn't there, maybe it is some kind of spirit involved in this case. I'm not sure, I'm kind of split between both, but those are the obvious possibilities in my mind. And now, time for the quote of the day. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and lose its flavor. Eleanor Roosevelt. Indeed, I connect very well with this quote. I think if we reach a state where we know everything, then the magic is lost. What else is there to work towards? I mean, I guess you can still enjoy the fun of life, food and going out and stuff, but without any discovery, it's kind of like a mental entropy. A state of total equilibrium. Nothing else. No downs, but no highs either. I hope we don't reach that, and I don't think we're anywhere close to that, so keep on discovering. Like the video, subscribe. Kinetic Symphony signing off.